Hi, we're here at Benro with Jeff, checking out some of your tripod systems. Now, Jeff, there's a ton of tripods out there. You guys have a wide range. For me, I've been looking at recently as an A7S shooter, some of the smaller stuff, because you know, some of the tripods out there, even the smaller ones, still with the minimum capacity, you stick a small mirrorless camera on there, and they can't even handle that. And really, you don't need the size necessarily. If you want to be lightweight and compact, half the reason that you bought a mirrorless camera
is to not lug around all that gear.
So, you guys have some new, your Aero line. Let's take a look at those.
Sure. So our Aero line, Benro actually comes from the still side of photography, and so we were able to bring over a lot of the innovations we had there onto the video side. Just one day it occurred to us, why not do what we do for still for video? So the first thing is the reverse folding legs. So that gives you the ability to bring things nice and tight, and once you pull down the pan bar, something that you can almost fit in a backpack, carry-on size. So this is the S2. Good rule of thumb in Benro is if there's a name in the title, it's the kilo rating. So the S2 times by 2.2 is rated for 4.4 pounds. So we also have the Aero 4, which going by our naming convention is rated to 8.8 pounds, which gives you a little bit more room to kit out the A7 if you're going to add on a Shogun or a mic or something like that. And what we do in the whole Aero line and a lot of the Benro products in general is we try and pack in as much features as we can in the compact size. So first, starting with the head, it has fluid on the pan and the drag on the pan and the tilt. And it also has the integrated leveling base in the column. So now when you put the tripod down and you're on uneven ground, you don't have to spend a lot of time getting the legs even. You just unlock the leveling base, level in the head, lock it back down, and then your pans will be nice and level.
That's awesome. You know, some of these features, having a fluid drag in this small of a size and that ball mount is really important. So I really like the options that you have by having that center column.
Yep.
But you're giving up your traditional ball leveler. So you have to put it right here.
Exactly.
Otherwise it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So this is a great design.
We also, to add in with that pan, we do a really deep groove on the center, here it is, on the center column. So what that is when you lock down that center collar, it's going to grab really tight into the column. So when you're panning, you're never going to have a situation where the column is panning with you. This locks it down, gives you a lot less vibration in your film. Another function we added in, which is something we also pulled over from the still side, is a monopod conversion. So you can actually remove the weight hook at the bottom here, which is another functionality. All of our tripods of this type have weight hooks. So if you're in a situation where the wind is going to be shaking your tripod, you can hang your bag off the hook to give it a little bit more ballast. But if you remove that hook, pull the center column out, you can actually remove this leg. It unscrews, and you combine it with the center column and the leg, and now you have a monopod, which is a really great situation if you ever end up somewhere that has tripod laws. You know, I come from New York. A lot of places in New York, you have to have a permit to use a tripod. You don't have to have a permit to use a monopod. So you start out on the tripod, you get yelled at, you're like, oh, it's not a tripod, it's a monopod. You put it back together, and you don't have to go home for the day. All of our tripods also come with a nice carry bag that is produced by Temba, which is a sister company of ours. And yeah, we're really proud of these guys. We're also proud of the price points we can put them out at. The S2, which again is rated for 4.4 pounds, is $199. And the S4, which I've been talking about this whole time, is only $250.
And now, one thing too, like these are your traditional multi-point or multi-positional locking
on the legs. Yep.
So, and then they reverse fold up. So
yep,
that's
reverse
how you get
fold.
them to be that small.
Go up like that, gives you the ability. And also on both the Aeros, they have the convertible feet, where they're flat base for indoor, and you just screw them down. You can get spikes if you're shooting in ice or in mud or anything like that to lock it in.
Awesome. And so these are available right now then?
Available right now at all your favorite retailers.
Awesome. Cool. Right. Thanks for your time, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors for making our Cine gear coverage possible.